She said I wasn't her boyfriend, so I saw someone else, and now she's crying at my door. For a full year, I thought we were a real couple. We weren't casual. We stayed at each other's places most weekends, planned trips months ahead, and talked about the future like we were building something. She'd say, "I love you," first, sometimes. I'd say it back. It felt real, so I treated it like it was real. Last weekend, I wanted to do something big because her birthday was Tuesday. I got up early and made her favorite pancakes from scratch. Chocolate chips, whipped cream, and coffee the way she likes it. I carried it to her bed like a cheesy movie scene, expecting her to kiss me and laugh. She woke up, and her face lit up. She grabbed my arm and kept saying I was spoiling her, and she didn't deserve it. I sat on the edge of the bed and said, "Of course I'm spoiling you. I've got to treat my girl right." She didn't smile. She looked right at me and said, calm as anything, "I'm not your girl though." No nervous laugh, no awkward pause, just a flat correction. I laughed because I thought she was teasing. I said, yeah, independent woman," and waited for her to laugh too. She didn't. She said, "No, I mean it. I'm not your girlfriend." My stomach dropped. I set the tray down. I asked, "Okay, then what are we?" She shrugged. "I don't know." Then she added, "Close friends." Then she said, "Friends who hang out a lot." She started eating like nothing happened. I couldn't even taste mine. I tried to talk, but she stayed weirdly chill. I asked if she'd ever tell people I was her boyfriend at all. She said no. I asked what she tells her friends. She said, "That you're my friend." I said, "So you don't want a relationship?" She shrugged again. I don't like labels. And suddenly a bunch of old moments made sense. A month ago, we went to her friend's rooftop party and she introduced me as my friend with this bright smile. Later, when we were alone, she held my hand and kissed me like nothing was weird. 2 weeks after that, I tried to have the talk. I said, "Are we exclusive?" She rolled her eyes like I was being dramatic. She said, "Can we not make this heavy?" Then she pulled me into a hug and changed the subject to dinner. I let it go because I didn't want to fight. Back in her bedroom, we finished the pancakes in silence, just forks scraping plates. Then she asked, "So what are we doing later?" Like my whole chest wasn't burning. I said I had paperwork. She hugged me at the door, kissed my cheek, and left like it was a normal morning. The second the door shut, I ran to the bathroom and got sick. Then I sat on the floor and cried until my face hurt. Later, she texted, "Thanks for breakfast in bed. You're seriously amazing." Like that was supposed to smooth it over. She called a few times. I didn't answer. That night, she came over and knocked. I cracked the door and told her I had the flu and needed sleep. She offered to stay and take care of me. I said no and closed the door before I said something ugly out loud. For the next 3 days, I went cold. Sunday, Monday, then Tuesday, her actual birthday. I didn't text her happy birthday. When she messaged me, I gave one-word replies like sick and busy. She never brought up what she said during the pancakes. She acted like it never happened. Then yesterday, she sent a long message saying my silence was driving her crazy. She said she needed to see me and wanted dinner so we could catch up. I told her I was busy. She replied, "Don't you even miss me?" That's when something in me snapped. I texted back, "Honestly, I'm tired. I was out all night with a girl I met. I'm staying in." I didn't add anything else. Radio silence for a few minutes. Then my door started getting pounded like someone was trying to break it. I opened it and she was right there. Mascara streaked down her cheeks, breathing hard. She pushed closer and said, "Tell me you're lying. Tell me you didn't do that." I kept my voice calm. I said, "I'm not lying." Her face crumpled. She yelled, "How could you? After everything, you went and did that to me?" I said, "You told me I'm not your girlfriend." I said, "You said we're friends." She just stared at me. I said, "So how is this me doing something to you?" That set her off. She started screaming that I shattered her heart and that I ruined us. She called me names, like if saying them would change what she'd said first. Through tears, she yelled, "You were mine." She yelled, "But I didn't want labels." I said, "You can't have both." She sobbed and yelled, "I didn't think you'd actually do it." Like I was supposed to just wait around and take whatever she gave me. I said, "You made it clear." Then I said, "Friends don't get to control each other." She stood there shaking, then turned and stormed down the stairs, still crying. I shut my door, leaned my back against it, and slid down to the floor with my hands over my face. Now my friends are saying I moved on too fast. Was I wrong here?